Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mindfulness Mondays with Beverly. Hi, Beverly, how are you?
How you doing, Lennox? Hello, everyone.
I'm doing good. It's been quite another crazy week of all kinds of events. Another weekend where probably everybody's thinking about, am I going to be able to go for Thanksgiving? What's going to be
Mhm.
happening with my health? And am I going to be able to keep my job? How am I going to pay my rent? So many different things. And then you have the first responders and the human service providers and what they're going through. It's a lot. So I think your topic today will hopefully be very helpful because I think all of us are trying to figure out, okay, how do I still have compassion with everything else that's going on in our lives? So I'm looking forward to
Yes.
hearing what you have to say about that.
All right. Again, good morning, everyone. So happy to be back with you today. I am talking today to all of the human service providers, the family caregivers, and everyone else who we all care about what's happening in our communities, among our neighbors, in our country, even across the world, as we are facing another surge of the virus outbreaks. Things instead of decreasing, they're escalating. And so I wanted to refresh us today and hopefully anchor how we take care of our own wellness concurrently while helping others. We are compassionate people, and so it will always be a urge, a need, uh, um, just a tendency to want to help. But I want us to be mindful as we help others. Actually, when our hearts are set on doing the right thing, the kind thing to help those in need, we are in a direct path to feel their pain and their suffering as we serve them and we give care to them. And especially during these times in the era of COVID 19, we get to acutely, sometimes or chronically, persistently experience our own pain points. It becomes toxic stress due to the secondary and the vicarious and the direct traumatic stress we struggle with our own families, with our own needs, our own worries, our own concerns. Yet I call compassion a gift. I always have. Everybody does not have it. Those of you who give so much of yourself, you have it. And it's a gift. And I always used to think of how I treated a gift given to me, say by my father and my mother during special events and stuff like that. These are things that you take care of, you put in a special place, you preserve a gift. And as I believe our gifts come from a very, very special place, that's my spiritual self talking again. That too is to be preserved so that we could keep on giving, but giving away that there's something left. See, by definition, if you look in the dictionary at the word preserve, it says to keep safe, to maintain, to protect, and prepare for long keeping. So remember, I almost learned the hard way that when I worked so relentlessly and irregardless of the pressure I was putting on my own self, I suffered heart failure. So that could have ended not only my life, but my capacity to serve others. So, by definition, you prepare yourself for long keeping by taking care of yourself, whether you're providing caregiving services or volunteering or family caregiving. You should always take some moments out throughout the day to reboot and to recharge yourself and recharge by increasing yourself. Understand that so that you can help others out of overflow. When I say increase, put enough back for you so that you're not serving the last vestiges of your energy. You know, you're broken out, you just push, 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 but to have so much in yourself that you have overflow to give to others. I want you to know that I really do realize and understand that many of us operate in a culture of relentless service. Many of us may have followed the modeling of parents. I certainly did follow my father's habits of just working so tirelessly. My coming from a pastoral family, they serve, 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 but to a dropping point, and that may very likely have been a necessity from time to time to survive. I get that, and I always admire those efforts in people who meet their responsibility with diligence. Yes, responsibilities to family, to help those in need. I really, really do admire that. However, when giving of yourself, be mindful to preserve yourself concurrently with all of that service. Be mindful not to keep pushing past a point of exhaustion, pushing ourselves beyond a safe and balanced place for our wellness. So I am now again, and will continue to remind you of the 3 R's, my 3 R's, the release, get it off your chest, say it out, just put it out there and reboot yourself, do something to get your snap back, to regain a level of balance and stability and regulation inside so that you can even think more clearly and more effectively, and then to recharge. Put something back all the time. This struggle, not to do that, because people understand, even myself, I struggle with it. I'm going to be very honest. But the struggle points to an inner message that we have. We got it from someplace and we hold on to it. That message says that we have not or cannot do enough to help. I don't feel like I never did enough. When I see the need that's so prevalent out there, we want to do more and we want to do more. According to my coach, though, I have a wonderful coach named Sylvia High. I hope you all meet her one day. But she really gets on me about this, and she says, we don't see life as it is. When I'm looking at needs and how far I should go, we don't see it as it is. We see it as we are, which means that that's my choice. That's our choice to push beyond exhaustion. Our perspective on any given situation is our reality. And I hope and I pray that our perspective shift to the importance of taking those periods of restoration in the face of the overwhelming demands that are really out there. We can help others and sustain ourselves at the same time. I am practicing, and I hope to prevail on you to give comfort to yourselves. Comfort. That's rest. That's peace. That's joy to ourselves on a daily basis, intermittently with the care that we give to others. So, how do you do this? Any number of things to do, but it requires, it would say to me, set an intention every day to of course, rest, to take pauses throughout the day. And I have to even write these into my calendar so I can remind myself I'm going to stop at this time. And I know that there's interruptions and unexpected things in our work, in our family lives. But if you write them in and you be diligent every day to do it and kind of revise it, that helps. The pause to reboot, exercise, hydrate ourselves as much. I keep a gallon of water right next to me so I can remember. I could kind of watch it go down. I don't have to count glasses. Periods of solitude, the mind of us, we hold so much information for the needs of others and our own responsibilities. But in these periods of solitude, I was talking to a friend over the weekend, and I said, remember scripturally that the Savior, he would step away. He would step away. But I'm saying sometimes step away from people, not necessarily in the midst of trying to help somebody, but as soon as you can, step away and take on nothing new and just give yourself a few moments, a few minutes. And it really doesn't take long to quiet the mind, to be in solitude and find those other glorious opportunities to be in silence just for a moment to pamper oneself. I believe in sensory stimulation. We're missing so much with the restrictions, the quarantining, the sheltering in place, and we're not always doing the things we were accustomed to doing, but bring them to you at home. I mean, I just listen to any of the special kinds of music I like, and it's different from day to day, time to time, that I just want to hear certain kinds of music so that my ear is receiving. I like to look at beautiful images, and I just pull up things on the internet and look at beautiful scenes and skyscapes and landscapes and mountains and waterways and whatever case it is. But I look at that and I like I like the touch. We don't get to hug each other, but sometimes I just hug myself, just this, that, or I just put some things in my hands and my fingers and just kind of stimulate that way that this feels nice, like a nice cushiony little bear, a little toy or something like that, or my little stone. I like the stimulation in the mouth, the oral stimulation of something so pleasant, something that tastes nice. I would say to you, sometimes take a piece of chocolate. If chocolate's your thing, it could be something else. And put it in your mouth, just a little piece, but don't chew it. Don't chew it. Just lay it on your tongue and let it melt and kind of dissolve in your mouth very slowly. And just between that and the music and the visualization, uh, that's just a wonderful way to have some sensory stimulation. Just lifts us. And the gratitude, the spirit of gratitude. I can't say enough about that, but sometimes like Oprah said to us many, many years ago, she says, each day write down 10 things that you're thankful for. Because it's so easy to forget that, to override that. But when you kind of bring that back to mind, that you have things to be grateful for in spite of what's going on, that's just a wonderful lift. And then the therapeutic community, that's another way. I strongly believe in my people, having my people. When I say my people, the people who I stay in contact with or get in contact with me to remind me to take care of myself. The people with whom I enjoy things with laughter and fun and activities and games and just talking about this or this and sharing great movies and sharing great books with each other, sharing great music with each other, having a coffee chat as I did with my friend Deborah yesterday. I always do that after virtual church. But your community of people who live for you. See, there's people who need you, and that's, you know, yeah, will always be people who need you because that's the kind of people we are. But there's times for that, and then there's times for that who people who just simply enjoy you. And that's important to do that for yourself. Of course, there's all the right brain activities, the arts and the creativity, play, fun, using your imagination, your intuition to create new ways as alternatives to the things we can't do anymore. That we won't forget that that releases that wonderful chemistry of serotonins and endorphins and dopamine into you to just kind of lift you, help you to see possibilities. And along with that, lots and lots and lots of humor. That's such powerful medicine. Humor, things to laugh about. I'm just getting all kinds of recommendations for stand up comedians that I'm enjoying on there from all of my folks. And I share them with others. And those of you who have ideas, things you're doing to lift you as well, please share it into our community, type it into our chat so that we could just broaden the possibilities for others who are still struggling. And now, what I'd like to do is to do a little mindfulness exercise with you. Um, this is a little gift, but to remind you how simple it is to do something like this. And so, join in with me just for a moment. The mindfulness exercise will also be accompanied with a little visualization to increase our awareness of ourselves, our inner selves, and to at the same time lift our spirits through a little right brain activity. Um, so I want you to sit on the end of your chair, basically on your butt. So sit forward so that your thighs are kind of free, and have your feet planted in front of you. And hopefully you're in a place where you could kind of be barefooted on your carpet or not, or on your floor, or in the comfort of your shoes. It doesn't matter, but pay attention that you're comfortable. And I would like you to take your arms off the rest of the chair, off the armrest, and just kind of lay them gently across your thighs with your fingers down between your thighs or your knees. I want you unconstricted and comfortable, and I would like you to raise the trunk of your body up out of your hips. So you're going to stretch up a little bit, and that's a little unpleasant. And even keep stretching so that you raise your head and your neck up out of your shoulders. That's a little unpleasant, but I want you to just get your spinal column in alignment. And now I'd like you to purse your lips and take a nice deep breath, a nice inhalation and a complete exhalation, which is almost twice as long as an inhalation with me like this. Do it again. One more time. And as you exhale, let your body sink back down into comfort. And now, pay attention to your breath. Just pay attention to the rhythm of your breath wherever it is. It could be shallow, doesn't matter. Just pay attention to it. And let your eyes roam around your room, your office space. Let them roam around and land wherever they want to land. It could be on your calendar, it could be on some pictures, it could be on the lamp, the paint on your walls, the little places where I put some thumbtacks to hang something, the window, the light, the curtains, just wherever. Notice your space. And now notice the sounds in your space. I could hear a little filtering from the family in another room. I could hear the ticking of the clock. Just a little misty noise, like maybe the plumbing. Just notice. You may have a pet nearby purring. Just notice. And while you notice that, notice the temperature. The temperature. Does it feel warm? Does it feel cool? Does it feel just right? Nothing is wrong. Just notice where you are in this present moment. And now that you've paid attention to the external, I want you to pay attention internally. Go back to your breath. And now I want you to regulate your breath, to breathe slowly and deeply and completely. Remember that your exhalation should be almost twice as long as your inhalation. And use your mouth because we tend to breathe a little deeper so that the abdomen contracts and expands. Regulate your breath to its own capacity for holding air. Pay attention to it. And now notice, along with your breath, your heartbeat. There's a pulse. Feel that pulse, if you can, in your chest, in your throat. Pay attention, you could feel it almost each beat. Notice the pulse in your stomach. Notice it even in your hands and around your wrists. It'll help you to notice even better. Close your eyes if you wish and go completely inside, paying close attention to your heart beat and the rhythm of your breath. This is you self-regulating. As you slow down that breath and exhale more deeply than you inhale, you're regulating, bringing homeostasis, bringing coherence to your body-mind. And now take this little trip with me, with your eyes closed, if you will. I want you to visualize yourself standing on a bank, soft soil, short grasses under your bare feet. Notice that sensation. There's no obstructions in the soil, no little rocks or little roots. There's this softness under your bare feet. And it feels so pleasant. Kind of scrunch your toes in it and gently rock your feet back and forth just slightly so that you press in your heel and press in the ball of your feet and your toes. Enjoy that softness. Be aware that above you, the sun is caressing you. There's warmth on the top of your head and on your shoulders, down the front and the back of you, and across the tops of your feet. It's not too hot, it's just a gentle, caressing warmth. And notice too, a very, very gentle breeze. Not much. So subtle, you're almost not aware of it. Except that you notice those grasses and the little bushes and the leaves and the trees on either side of you and behind you, and even in front of you. They're swaying ever so gently, very gently. It's not a harsh breeze, it's just a kiss of a breeze. And combined with the sun and that softness under your feet, it's such a blessed feeling. And now, in your mind's eye, as you look forward across that bank, the water that's just beyond you, it's actually like a little lake, or because it's moving back and forth, inward, moving from your right to your left, and then back, moving from your left to your right out to a larger body of water. But it's just moving gently back and forth, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, clear, greenish blue. Look into it deeply. It's clear, and below the surface, you see little fish, little algae, little rocks, beautiful little ecosystem. And the movement. There's a sound to that water, but it's gentle as it rushes in from right to left. It kind of gently splashes over some little rock formations, and it makes a little mist. It makes a little spray, little white caps that accent that green-blue color of the water, that crystal clear water. And as that little mist gently splashes and some of it touches your feet and your legs, it's so refreshing. And look further beyond the water to the other side of that shore. And it's a huge, magnificent rock formation. It's higher than you could see beyond. But over the top of that rock formation, which is beautiful shades of brown and even darker brown, where there's shadows and lighter, almost glistening shades of brown because of the sunlight where it kisses, and little grooves and crevices. But over the top is coming a waterfall, flowing down the front, accentuating the beautiful of the majestic rock in all of its shades and hues and values. And that water is a silvery white. It splashes down into that blue-green water, creating quite a spray, sparkling spray of foam and mist. It's enchanting, kind of a power in a waterfall, but a refreshing of the waterfall, a beauty in the waterfall. Is peace in that waterfall. And it holds you captivated looking at that scene, listening to the sound of the splashing water. Now let your mind eye expand and notice the wholeness of that beautiful scene. The waterfall, the glistening silvery white color of that water splashing down to that blue-green water, On either side, there's little trees and bushes and little florals, and everything is gently swaying in the breeze, almost dancing for you. And remember, too, the sensation of that warmth of that sun above you and the softness of that soil and gentle grasses under your feet. This is your sanctuary for this moment. This is a place of enchantment designed just for you, for your peace and your joy. Inhale deeply the fragrance of nature and the beauty of this scene. And now, take a mental snapshot to bring this back with you. Pay attention again now to your breath, the rhythm of your breath, and the beat of your heart. Keep your breath regulated perfectly for your own peace and inner regulation. Your body and your mind is in perfect coherence now, perfect homeostasis right now. And ease back into your space and pay attention again to the sounds, to the temperature, and to what visualizations are on your own walls. Take a very, very deep breath and blow it out completely. Inhale again. Blow it out completely. And remember, throughout this day and the days to come, as you give your gift of your compassion to those in need, be also very, very kind to yourself. That's it for today. I can't hear you.
Okay, there you go. That was beautiful, Beverly. Thank you. And as you were doing that, I was thinking about the scripture from Proverbs. It says, "Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed."
Mm-hmm.
11:25. So may you be refreshed also, because you take care of so many people. I want to make sure you're taking care of you as well. We all want to make sure we take care of Beverly. Please let her know how that exercise made you feel. Please share your thoughts, your comments in the comments there. And if you are listening to this in the replay, please hashtag replay. And for those of you who might be watching this, who'd like to share this broadcast on your page or in your group, please do so. We want everyone to benefit from the wonderful messages that Beverly shares with all of us every Monday at 9:30. And for those of you who want to find out more about Beverly and connect with her directly, just go to her website, wellnessreset.net. That's wellnessreset.net. And there you'll find all of her past videos for Mindfulness Mondays, as well as other information on how to contact her, and also her book on compassion fatigue, which my sister bought not too long ago.
Okay.
Yes, she's a caregiver, and it really has helped a lot for those of you who are caregivers, or you are people who help the helpers. You definitely need to go to Wellness Reset. There's some wonderful tools there. And listen to Beverly's show every Monday at 9:30. Beverly, thank you so much for being with us
Thank you,
today.
Lennox. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next Monday at 9:30 for Mindfulness Mondays. Bye-bye.
Stay safe and well, and God bless.
God